Hey there, welcome to Grandma's Vibes, where wisdom meets wit, and life lessons are served with a side of sass. Whether you're young, old, or somewhere in between, we've got the tea on how to navigate life, love, and everything in between. Today we're diving into a topic that's as timeless as my grandma's secret cookie recipe: how to be the older guy who turns heads, not the one who makes women cringe. So grab a seat, pour yourself a cup of something strong, and let's get into it. The two types of older men. There's a difference between being an older guy who turns heads and one who makes women inwardly cringe. You've seen both types. The first type, the silver-haired guy at the bar with quiet confidence, effortlessly drawing younger women into his orbit. He's not trying too hard, but he's got it. That magnetic energy that makes people want to be around him. Then there's the other type, the one who's trying too hard, the one who doesn't know he's embarrassing himself. This isn't about looks. It's never just about looks. It's about presence, energy, and self-awareness. Because here's the truth. Nothing turns a younger woman off faster than an older man who acts the way he thinks she wants him to act, rather than owning who he actually is. So, if you've ever wondered why younger women seem interested at first, but then quickly pull away, chances are you're making one of these 7 mistakes. And the worst part, you might not even realize it. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Trying to act young instead of owning your age. Nothing repels a younger woman faster than an older guy desperately clinging to youth. You know the type. Wearing sneakers meant for teenagers, talking in slang that expired 5 years ago, bringing up TikTok trends like he's keeping up, when in reality, he's just copying what he saw on some list about how to relate to Gen Z. Here's the thing, you're not 25, and that's okay. Actually, it's more than okay. It's your advantage. Younger women aren't with older men because they want another version of a 25-year-old. They want the things younger guys can't give them: stability, experience, depth, and a sense of knowing who the hell you are. But when you try to mimic youth, you lose the very thing that makes you attractive in the first place. The uncoolness of trying too hard is a vibe killer. Example, imagine you walk into a bar. There's a guy in his 40s wearing a backward cap, an oversized hoodie, sneaker that cost more than his rent, and he's saying things like, "No cap, FR far." How does that look? Not young, not cool, just off. There's a reason why stars like George Clooney and Idris Elba are still pulling attention in their 50s and 60s. They're not out here pretending to be in their 20s. They're owning their age and making it look damn good. A man who embraces his age commands respect. A man who fights it looks desperate. The right way to do it: stop trying to be younger. Start being better. Instead of chasing trends, master timeless style. Instead of learning Gen Z slang, articulate your words well. A well-spoken man hits harder than any trendy phrase. Instead of forcing yourself into young spaces, cultivate your own space so that younger people are drawn to you. At the end of the day, women, especially younger ones, don't want a man who's still trying to figure himself out. They want a man who knows exactly who he is. Habit 2. Flexing your money in a way that screams insecurity. Let's be real. Money is attractive. It signals success, capability, and stability. But the moment you start flaunting it, you turn it into a repellent. Younger women don't hate that older guys have money. They hate when older guys think money is the only thing they bring to the table. There's a difference between being a man who has wealth and a man who uses wealth to cover up insecurity. And trust me, women can smell that difference from a mile away. Example, picture this: a guy in his late 40s is on a date with a younger woman. Within the first 10 minutes, he's name-dropping expensive restaurants, talking about his Porsche, and mentioning how much his watch costs. She nods, smiles politely, but inside, she's completely turned off. Why? Because she's not seeing a confident man. She's seeing a man who's screaming, "Please let me impress you." A truly successful man doesn't feel the need to constantly prove he's successful. He lets his presence, his lifestyle, and his self-assurance speak for itself. The right way to do it. Let your success show through your actions, not your words. Be generous, but not in a way that feels transactional. Remember, money is a tool, not a personality trait. A rich man who needs you to know he's rich is poorer than he realizes. Habit 3. Complaining about modern women, like it's a personality trait. If there's one thing that will make a younger woman lose interest instantly, it's an older guy who sounds bitter about the dating world. You know the type, always talking about how women today are entitled, how back in my day, women were different, or how social media has ruined everything. Here's the thing, some of that might be true. The world has changed. But the moment you start ranting about it, you put yourself in the same category as the guy at the bar, screaming about how music was better in the 80s. It doesn't make you sound wise, it makes you sound old. Why it's so unattractive. When you complain about women, you're telling them 3 things. You feel powerless in dating. You have unresolved resentment. You don't adapt, you just blame. And there's nothing less attractive than a man who blames the world instead of figuring out how to thrive in it. The right way to do it. Focus on what you can control, your mindset, your energy, and your actions. Instead of complaining, learn to adapt. The world changes, and so should you. Remember, younger women don't hate older men. They hate older men who act like victims. Habit 4. Being overly possessive and controlling. There's a saying, the tighter you hold on to something, the faster it slips through your fingers. Nowhere is this truer than in relationships. Younger women don't hate older men, but they hate older men who treat them like property. A confident man makes her feel wanted. A possessive man makes her feel trapped. And the worst part, most men don't even realize they're doing it. Example, at first, it seems like caring. Text me when you get there. Who are you going out with? You're wearing that? But slowly, it becomes control. Why didn't you answer my call immediately? I don't like you hanging out with those friends. I don't trust guys around you. And just like that, what started as attraction turns into suffocation. The right way to do it, trust her. If you can't trust her, you shouldn't be with her. Give her space. A confident man knows that love isn't about control. It's about freedom. Remember, control doesn't make a woman stay. It makes her run. Habit 5. Talking down to her like she's a kid. One of the worst mistakes older men make is talking down to younger women. It happens so easily, they don't even notice it. They assume that because they have more life experience, they have the right to constantly correct her, explain things, and tell her how the world really works. And guess what? Nothing dries up attraction faster. Example. Imagine a young woman excitedly telling her older boyfriend about something she just learned. Maybe it's a new book, an interesting fact, or something she's passionate about. Now watch how the wrong kind of man responds. Oh, that's cute. You just figured that out. Yeah, I've known that for years. Trust me, you don't really get how that works yet. It's subtle, but it kills attraction instantly. The right way to do it. Engage with her. Don't belittle her. Listen more. Lecture less. Remember, women don't want a professor. They want a partner. Habit 6. Dressing like you've given up on life. Let's be brutally honest. Attraction is visual. It doesn't matter how intelligent, successful, or charismatic you are. If you look like you've just rolled out of bed, you're already at a disadvantage. And older men, many of them fall into this trap. Somewhere along the way, they stop caring about how they look. They tell themselves, I'm too old to dress stylishly. Or, if a woman really likes me, she'll like me for who I am. But here's the cold, hard truth. Women are wired to be attracted to men who take care of themselves. The right way to do it, dress in a way that reflects self-respect. Invest in timeless pieces that suit your age and style. Remember, you don't have to look young to look good. Habit 7. Acting like you know everything. There's nothing worse than a man who thinks he's the smartest person in the room. Older men do this without even realizing it. They've lived longer, seen more, experienced more, and they assume that gives them the right to lecture younger women on everything. But here's the thing. Women don't want a professor. They want a partner. The right way to do it: listen more, talk less. Be open to learning from her. Remember, confidence is attractive, but arrogance is a deal breaker. Conclusion: how to be the older guy who turns heads. There's nothing wrong with being an older man dating a younger woman. In fact, when done right, it can be one of the most exciting and fulfilling relationships out there. But if you make these mistakes, if you act controlling, insecure, condescending, or like you've given up on yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure. You don't have to be young to be attractive. You just have to be a man who values himself. A man who gives space instead of suffocating her. A man who listens instead of lectures. A man who stays sharp instead of letting himself go. Because when you embody those traits, it doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, or 60, women will be drawn to you. And that's the tea, folks. Remember, age is just a number, but how you carry yourself is everything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more timeless wisdom from Grandma's Vibes. Until next time, stay classy, stay confident, and keep those vibes strong. Bye for now.